Our next hero, you know this one, I don't even understand his name. Just come and stand in the doorway, please. Who's this?
That's the worrying bit,
Everybody knows Roy. He's now an independent, what do you call yourself, spiritual
spiritual medium and psychic consultant.
Yes. I dare say he has business cards.
Come to you, please. Thank you. As I come to you, please, I'm bringing in a lady here. Okay, with this lady, she's got so much inner strength, and I know that she needed that inner strength when she was on the earth. Okay, she didn't take any messing around from anybody. Okay, and she's very, very strong in protection with you. Do you understand? Okay, and as she's there with you, please, there's something going on at the moment that she feels that you just need that little bit of upliftment for. Does that make sense to you? And she said to tell you everything will go in time. You have to allow one thing to happen before we can get further down the road here. And she says she would understand what she's talking about. Does that make sense? Okay. And there's also a gentleman, please, that comes in alongside her. And I can feel them very close to each other here. And he's coming with his big beaming smile. And I feel as if I want to come over and give you a really big hug. Okay? Because when he gave you a hug, you got a hug. Okay? And I also please, he's singing away here. And it's like, you know, he just loved to sing. He just loved to sing. He loved to make people happy as well. And as he comes into you, he wants to say to you, he's really proud of you. Do you understand? Because just like the lady was saying, you've not had it easy. You've had to struggle to come all the way up. You've not quite had as much strength as the lady, he says, but you're getting it now. And he says to tell you also, there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't want people around me that are going to cause me problems or get in my way. Do you understand? Okay, but as he comes into you, please, I feel as if I want to do that. So I feel this was a gentleman. I feel he had great manners. Do you understand? I can almost feel like I would open the door for people. But I don't know whether he actually wore a hat, but it's like he's tipping the hat as if he would be very polite with everybody here. Okay, and please, as the lady comes back into you, she's got her hand on your side here, please, a little bit low down. Okay, and she's giving you healing in this area. So there would be a problem around that area with you. Does that make sense? Okay, and she says, as she said before, you know, one thing at a time, we will get through everything, one thing at a time. Do you understand? Okay, she also says to tell you, you've been feeling a little bit on the nervous side. It's almost like you've been frightened of something. And she says to tell you, you don't have to be frightened with me around. Okay, and she shows me herself right in front of you, and she's like that. As if to say, anything that's getting to you has got to go through me first. Okay, okay. Who's Anne, please? Anne. Can I just ask you to take the name away, because I don't know whether it's coming from there or whether it's on the earth here, please. Okay, but I do feel as if I'm turning you in a different direction. And both of these here, it's just like they've got an arm each, and they're turning you around as if you need to be facing a different way. You let people get away with too much. That's the problem, and this is why we want to move you away. Please, where is the link with the bungalow? I know I'm going back away.
It might be the cyclist that leaves the bungalow.
Okay, I know there would be photos of this, please. I know there would be photos, because she said, that's all right, there's photos of this. All right? Okay. And please, can I bring a dog in for you as well, please? I've got quite a medium-sized dog here. Okay, and it's just, all I can say is that I've got this dog leaning against my leg here, or I'm hoping he's leaning against me. Okay. It's just that I can just feel the tail going. Okay, can I just leave that with you, please? Okay, I know it's very easy to say when you bring animals or birds in, but do you remember who had the aviary?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, because somebody just said, you brought the dog in, now can you tell her about me birds? Okay, and such a lovely vibration with this lady. I don't feel she let a lot get her down.
Yeah,
you know, just like the lovely lady said to you a moment ago about not letting anybody be near you that's negative. She wouldn't let anybody near her. She would give them one chance, two chances, and you're out.
Yeah,
all right, and she would also tell you what she felt. Okay, and she's done it around you more than once. Okay, but she's also got that loving feeling that once she's had her say, she would go back to being her, because that was the way she was. Do you understand? She didn't harbour grudges. She just didn't like people around her that were going to run down. Okay, Okay, can I also give you, please, a fulfilment of something coming right? I know you've been trying to get something right. I'm asking what it is, and she said, no, just so that she's been trying to get this right. Okay, and I'm being told to tell you it's getting very, very close. Do you understand? And as things fall into line, hang on please. Sorry, she likes to talk as well, doesn't she? She likes to talk. I've got to try and get the words out before she says it to me. Okay, but she's just coming very close to you, and she said to tell you, you're going places. So when things go right for you, she said, I don't want you saying things have gone right for so long, something's got to go wrong. All right, because I want to take any negativity away from you, because she didn't have any negativity. She sorted it out. Can I just give you a blow of kisses here, please? I've got to give you flowers here, and I'm being told the prominent flowers are lilies. And it was the big lilies. Okay, can I leave that with you? Sorry, as I'm linking with you, or as I was waiting to link with you, please, I had a soul coming very close. To be honest with you, I wasn't picking up straight away whether it was male or female. But I was getting a lot of problems in the stomach area, please. And I feel I was a bit of a martyr to this. Okay, that's just the way they're saying it, all right? Maybe they weren't a very good patient after all, but that's the way they come in and say this. But I do feel, thank you, I do feel like I'm drawn to a lady here now, please, and as she comes in, I want to put my arm in your arm, as if to say, you know, she would have done this with you, please, okay? But she wants you to know that she's around you, and she's having to carry you a little bit. Does that make sense to you? You know, and she doesn't like it when you're in the position that you're in at the moment, because she says, that's not the way you normally are. You'll normally kind of go forward, and if it goes wrong, we'll do it a different way. Do you understand? But it's almost like you've kind of lost track a little bit. And she says, I've got to get you back on track. And I know that this lady, please, she's one of those that, you know, I'm not saying this is when you're a child, but she come in, if you're in the way, come on, that my way, let me get on. Do you understand? Okay, but she's got so much strength here. And she said, I had a lot of the strength when I was on the earth, but she said, you know, I've got a lot more now. Okay, and please, when she passed, it wasn't just the one problem. She says there were several problems going on, and that's what she couldn't cope with. The fact that she was having a problem there, and they would try and help with that, and then she would have a problem here. Okay, and she's giving me that real strong dryness of throat here. And I get the feeling I want to keep clearing my throat as well. So it's like whatever it was, it would have affected me up here. Does that make sense to you? Okay, and you know, you do think too much. Okay, she says you do think too much. It seems to be last thing at night, you just sit there for a few moments and you think, oh, just before you go to bed, it's like, sit here for a few moments, and then all of a sudden, everything starts winding up, and this has been affecting your sleeping recently as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, there's also a gentleman comes in here. I don't get a great deal of height with him. I get a big smile on his face. He keeps doing that, and then taking his hand away. I don't know whether that's just a mannerism of him, or whether he had problems with his teeth and he's kind of trying to cover them up for me. It was his teeth. Okay, because he's just kind of talking and just like that. I'm not saying he didn't have control of them, but it's just like, he didn't like it, do you understand? Because he did try to be smart in everything. He did try to be smart, and even in this weather he would have still dressed smart, do you understand? Because that was just me. That was just me. And please, they're talking about photographs out on the table. Have you had your photographs out recently? Okay, and you know, I'm leaning over your shoulder there and I'm looking at things, and you will always notice that whenever you're looking through photographs, the conversation always goes to those in the spirit world. Okay, because they're there over your shoulder and they're going, that's when we did this, that's when we did that. And when you say the same thing as they're saying, they're over there going, yes, you just got that, you just heard me say that. And they get a real buzz out of that. Okay, you've been losing your balance a little bit lately. Okay, was that with one of these souls, please?
Yes.
Okay, because as I was talking, I just felt like I was going to go over on one side. My leg was still there, but it's just like it wouldn't hold me here. All right? Okay. And please, who used to like the snowball drink?
Oh, my mum.
It's amazing how the people most closest to us, we just can't think. It's not easy when somebody's throwing information at you. Okay, but she just came in with this and she said, you need a few more of these. All right, you need a few more of these, but make sure you put them in the fridge first, she says. And just make sure they're cold here. But also with the sleeping, please, she's taking me to your bed. They're taking me to your bed, but then she's doing that to the bed. I don't know whether you need a new bed or there's a problem with your bed. But it's like she's testing it.
Oh, well, it's not that old.
Okay, listen, if it breaks, it's got nothing to do with me. Alright, I'm just saying that she's there pushing it. With the gentleman, please, I feel as if I could walk out into the garden and I was in the right place.
Yes.
Okay, and I feel as though I would do a bit of this and a bit of that, and any time I was getting wound up with anything, I'd just go out in the garden and be quiet.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to say that he used to go into moods, but I don't want to say that, but it's just like I would go out there, oh, okay, I'm out here on my own now,
Yes.
I'm fine,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine here. Okay, and please, you've been having a bit of problem with your hip,
Yes.
okay, because the gentleman is just coming in, he's saying, she's having a problem, it's not all the time,
No.
it's not all the time, it's like when you do that, suddenly it feels for you here, do you understand? Okay, and the gentleman also says, will you please tell her, make some decisions for herself and stick to them. Okay? Okay, and I also feel like I want to give that. Is there somebody that's been kind of nagging you a little bit lately? Maybe that's the wrong word, but there's been a lot of talk going on.
Yes.
Alright? But it seems to have confused you a little bit more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. He says to tell you, listen, I wasn't the brightest spark in the box, alright? He said, but he does want to come very close to you, and he does want to try and get you through the next few hurdles, alright? And he says to tell you, they're not big hurdles, you've gone through the worst of it, alright? One of the hurdles, he says, is the way you feel within yourself,
Yes.
alright? And he says that's what he was to work on, because he was quite a funny guy. You know, he could get you smiling, he could get you laughing, and I know he could be a bit close to the mark with some things,
Yes.
all right, because he says, I only go so far, otherwise I'm in trouble,
Yeah.
all right, but that's the way he's showing me. And it might be a funny thing to give you, but did he like to polish the shoes outside the back door?
Yes.
And he'd do everybody's, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing them all lined up here. Sorry? Because he says to me, I wasn't allowed to do it indoors.
No.
I wasn't allowed to do it indoors. He said, but I used to get out there. Just give it a bit of that. Just give it a bit. I was out of trouble. I was out of trouble. Listen, we get some weird stuff doing this. Any reason why I'd get towed in the hole?
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, oh yes. Okay, sorry. As I say, they just give you things. It means nothing to me, but it's something that has to be passed on here. Okay. Also seeing a 5-bar gate here. Was this somebody that had like a farm or a bit of land around them?
No, I used to work.
Sorry?
I used to work on the farm.
You used to work on a farm, because I'm just seeing the 5-bar gate that you will see on the farms
Yes.
here. Alright? Okay. Okay, and I'm seeing drops going in your eyes, please. You've had dry eyes? Okay, I can't take it away because they give me, I do not get anything drastic here at all. It's just like I just need a little bit of help there. Alright, I just need a little bit of help there. So that again. Okay, and you also understand somebody around you, please, that's having problems with the knee and needs to get it sorted?
Yes.
Okay, I'm also seeing like work being done through the side of the knee here, so there will be a link with we call it keyhole surgery.
Yes.
Alright, with keyhole surgery. But I'm not worried about this. Do you understand? I'm not worried about this. Okay, I want to give you this lovely bunch of roses, but there is a little, what I call a posy, I suppose, of freezes here as well. As if like the freezes mean something, do you understand? So it's like she gave them all together and she can just take the freezes out, make sure they're given separate. Alright? Okay. And she says, keep talking to me. Alright, keep talking to me. She says, because we are getting closer here. Alright? And she said, don't believe all some people say. Alright? And you know that because you've got her intuition as to when to believe something and when not to believe something. Okay. And please, can I ask, is there somebody talking about having a tattoo?
Yeah, one of my friends.
Okay.
Not me.
Yeah. But I feel like it's the wrong person that wants to do it.
Oh.
Okay, so it may be that they don't enjoy the experience. It's just like, as they brought in, we just have a laugh with that. You'll find out. You'll find out. Okay. I do need to draw one minute. I'm sorry. All right. Sorry. Again, we're getting weird stuff here. I'm getting porridge. Who used to like salt on their porridge?
Oh, my uncle did, yes.
Okay, and as he would do it, other people around him go, what are you doing? And he'd say, that's the way you're supposed to have it. That's the way you're supposed to have it. But he just said, that was me. Tell her I'm the one that used to put salt on me porridge here. Okay, I'm getting a lot of love being thrown to you. I'm being told to let everybody know we've been in. And let everybody, those that you can, anyway,
Yeah.
those that you can, because there's a few around you, it's like, okay, well they'll find out in their own time. Alright, they'll find out. And please, who used to use a gun? This isn't you. Okay, because the funny thing was I could see the shotgun, and it was just a single barrel shotgun, but it seemed to be broken over your arm. And that's why I went to the gun. Okay, I'm not going to say you're going to outshoot somebody. Or anything like that. Maybe it's that you're taking control.
Oh, right.
You're in control of everything. Do you understand? And the lovely lady vibration, she said, just get all on enough, and alright, I'll leave that with you. Yes, please. I've got a lady linked with you. She's actually quite impatient here. Okay, and she did things her way. She didn't listen to the way other people told things. She did things her way, do you understand? And she's not been very happy. And the reason is because people upset her around the time of her funeral. Okay? And she's coming in here because she says, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Do you understand? And she says to tell you, don't shut yourself away. Alright? She said to tell you, you never broke a promise to me. Other people did. Do you understand? So I'm putting the finger, that's just the way she's coming in. You know? And there's no backing up with her. There's no backing up with her. Do you understand? It's like, no, I've been waiting to get on here, and now I'm going to have my say. Alright? And you know what? She didn't care whether she did it in private, or whether she told you on the open floor like this. Do you understand?
100%.
Okay. But, you know, she just says to tell you, your promises meant a lot to her. Do you understand? Because you were there when she needed you. Do you understand? And you were there and you saw some of the bad things as well. Do you understand? Okay, okay. And she said, I fell over more times than one of them blow up punch bags. Alright? And she said, tell you, it never bothered me. I used to say to them, sort me out, okay? But as she comes in, she wants to give you a big hug here. Do you understand? And she said, I don't want to be angry with everybody, but I do want people to sort themselves out. Okay? It's not something that she puts up with. Okay? It's not something that she puts up with. She didn't expect people to start playing up. Sorry, I'm shouting this. I really feel like she's, you know, with such an oomph here. Okay? And she wouldn't be opposed to kind of doing that to somebody anyway if they thought that, you know, they needed it. Alright, but she says to tell you, listen, that's all I'm going to say to you on that subject. Alright? She said, I've met your dad. Alright, your dad's fine. Okay, still does things the way he wants to do them, and that's the way he's still going to keep doing them. Alright? And also, please, she's talking about little ones. She's talking about meeting up with little ones that passed over very early. Alright? And she wants to remind you that little ones that pass over continue to grow with their parents. Do you understand? So the way you run your life, you are teaching these children that's the way to run your life. Do you understand? They choose you as a parent, and that's the way they will be with you. Do you understand? Okay. I've also got a young man here, please. Okay, very nice looking. Okay. He did say good looking. I said very nice looking, and he said good looking. I said. Okay, but he just said good looking here. I get quite a slim kind of. Sort of person that could have been a model, not being funny, but sort of person, it's your brother, okay, but sort of person that could have been a model, do you understand? He had it and he knew he had it, do you understand? That's what he said here. Okay, and please, I want to go back to the father vibration here, please, and I want to draw close and I want to tell you, I can't give you a time, I can't give you a date. Do you understand? You're just going to have to continue being stronger. Do you understand? And he says to tell you, you've got far more patience than I would have had. Okay, he said, I'd have been out the back door. He said, I'd have come back. He said, but I'd have been out the back door. Okay, and when he laughed, he did have a good laugh. Do you understand? And he's really kind of blurting this laugh out here. Alright, and you know, people either liked him or they didn't like him. Alright, and he didn't give it, I won't say that, he didn't care, I just say didn't care. Alright, he didn't care what they thought. Do you understand? It was his life and he was going to do things. He's talking about somebody in the family, please, that needs to watch their money.
Oh, yes.
Okay, because I feel as if there's coins going through my fingers.
Yeah.
And then I'm coming back for more.
Yes.
Okay, I want to cut that line.
Yes.
I say, well, Matt, you've got to do something about it.
Yes.
You've got to do something about it. Okay, who's Eileen, please?
My mum.
Eileen.
Talking about my mum, yes.
Okay, because I just said, can you mention about Eileen?
Yeah.
All right?
Over the mum.
Okay. And I'm being told she's so different. She used to talk and talk and talk and talk. And now it's like she just talks when she feels like she wants to talk. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But she's having a good time at the moment. Do you understand? Whatever that's supposed to be? She's having a good time at the moment
No, I
here.
know it well. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, and please, was there somebody who went into removals and made a big hash of it? Okay, help me. Okay,
The
somebody.
amount of times we moved.
Sorry. Okay, I didn't mean that it was somebody in the family that tried to start a business with a van.
Maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, and you understand, please, why I see greyhounds walking up and down?
Yeah, they're having lots of them.
Okay. And do you know what? Your life hasn't been straightforward.
No.
That's what I'm being told. Your life hasn't been straightforward, but you've always tried to keep to the middle of the road.
Yes.
Even though everything, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing here, I don't know what that is. It's what? Okay, it's like undergrowth or something like that that's wrapping around you as you were trying to go through your life. And listen, you're tougher than a lot of them. Do you understand? Okay. Well, I want to come back with the lady at the beginning here, please. All right, and she says to tell you, don't shut yourself in. You seem to have an all woof, get out, and then you come back and it's just like, whoop, shut the door again. Shut the door again, not going anywhere. All right? Okay. And please, who's been drinking too much wine?
No, I could take that.
Okay, you don't have, no, listen, the amount of times
I lecture someone.
okay, the amount of times we get things and the person sitting there says, it's not me, but I know who it is.
Oh, I wish it was me. Yeah.
Okay, please, I'm getting a birthday here, please, but I'm getting a birthday cake with pink icing, so there would be a female birthday.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And please, you've seen Auntie since you passed. Since she passed,
Yes, I hope I have. Yes.
You've seen her. Okay, how many times do I have to do it, she says. How many times do I have to let you know?
Things are happening.
Alright, okay. But she said, I want up and up now, do you understand? And she said she'll sort the other things out.
Hope so.
Alright? Because she says she's in the middle of it. Do you understand? She's in the middle of it. And she said, I'm not going to let it go. She said, because I have to sort this out for my own feelings. Okay, please, they're laughing about ashes, please.
Yes.
I don't know why they're laughing, but they're just showing me ashes and then they're laughing. Okay, so it's like they're going, you know what that means, don't you? Okay, please take that love with you. Alright, and the father figure says to tell you, I'd really like to see you settle down. Pull in, shut the front door, shut the front gate, and that's where you're staying. Do you understand?
Yes, let's hope it happens. Soon.
Okay. Alright. Okay, but I'm just bringing light into your life, please. I just want to bring light into your life. Okay, and I'm sorry. We know your auntie, don't we? And it's like she doesn't step backwards, she comes forwards. Okay, and as she comes forward, she says, just to let you know, I am with you. Alright, and she's trying to give you back what you gave to her. Alright, and who's it around you that needs to give up them cigarettes now?
Big time, my mum.
Okay, and it's just like brick wall.
It's got worse.
Brick wall, do you understand? Okay, and I'm being told, let her have her fun.
Yeah.
Let her have fun. And also, please, they're laughing as well here because they're talking about swearing. She's been doing a bit of swearing.
Oh. Yeah. Stop swearing.
Because it's just like they're standing there and they go, see, I can see their faces and then all of a sudden it turns into laughter. Okay, let me leave that with you here, please. Do you remember who used to go camping or when you used to go camping?
Yes.
And it's like they were good memories. Alright, and I want to give you the good memories. Again, I know it's a funny thing to give you, but would you remember who always had a bottle of Lucozade near the bed?
Dad always had Lucozade.
Sorry?
My dad always had
It was your dad always used to have Lucozade. Okay, because he just showed me a bottle of Lucozade beside the bed here. All right? Okay. I want to say love you from them all here, please. All right? Okay. You've even got cats here. Yeah, I know they had dogs, so they don't go with the greyhounds, but I've got cats here as well, so somebody had the cats here. All right? Okay, and I want to say, you should know better. I also want to say to you, please, that as they are leaving me, sorry, you've just taken that away, am I not supposed to do that? Okay, I want to say to you that regarding Auntie, you've got more of her than some of those will ever have. Do you understand? And she's not happy about the way some of her things were, what should have been shared out. Do you understand? And she says to tell you, you've got something that nobody else has got from her. All right? But she says, you can bet your life I'm going to sort it out. All right? And she just says, love you. Okay, I'll leave that with you.